It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's Maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1758, recorded Thursday, December 19th, 2019. Pecker Power. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a 360-degree gyro bowl. We also have a fantastic humidifier. I have another warming gadget and the engraving pecker. What is it? You'll find out. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the Sandom Show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! And here he is, your crystal expert. You're into like pyramids and like healing crystals, right, Dickie D?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Oh, happy New Year.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes, and and my note says, "Ask Chad, can we do our New Year's Eve special again?" And so I was saying, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
the answer is yes. We can do the New Year's Eve special again.
Okay. So that's one thing. But the important thing is, how was the ride that you were one of the first people? Well, you explain where you went and what you did.
So two weeks ago, we recorded a few episodes early so that I could go to Disney World, and I got to ride on Rise of the Resistance, which is the brand new ride at Star Wars Land.
Yeah.
And it was first, spoiler, no spoilers, but the spoiler is that it was awesome. It was great. It was super fantastic. I absolutely loved it. But in order to ride it, they have done some really interesting, first off, they have developed into the Disney World app a virtual queue system. So the moment you scan into the park, so either that's with your ticket or with the Magic Band if you're staying on property, then it unlocks the ability for you to check in and get a boarding group for the ride. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So after you get all of your friends who want to ride it into the park, you immediately switch to the app and try to get a boarding group, which makes it super great because you don't have to wait in line for 5 hours to get onto the brand new ride. It'll say, we're currently in boarding groups like 1 through 15. We're not at your boarding group yet, so don't bother showing up. And then when your boarding group gets called, you have like 2 hours to get over there and get in line, so that if you happen to be on a ride or already you're in a line that's 50 minutes long,
or having dinner,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now there's the first like week and a half, they just ended this, but for that first bit of time, because there's so many people showing up so early to get into the park, they actually opened the park up early at 6:30 a.m. And that was happening, and it's not even officially, there was no official announcement that they would open the park at 6:30 a.m. People just showed up and they did it. And it's crazy because when they open the park, they actually open the park, and you can ride almost any ride starting at 6:30 a.m. because you're in the park at that moment. So what I did, set my alarm for 5, got over there. We had a few people, so you got to share a bathroom and get ready all together, and then get over there. So we got to the parking lot around 5:50, 6 o'clock. And then we waited. There's this huge, massive line. They have the turnstiles to get into the park. Behind that, the booths to buy tickets. Behind that, security. So I was in between the place to buy tickets and security. And in front of me was just people, just thousands of people up ahead. They opened the park at 6:30, and then at about 6:45 to 6:50, we had gone through enough people for me to get into the park and with my group of friends. So we got in the park around that time. We immediately got a boarding group, and it wasn't until 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8:50, that we were able to get our boarding group called, and then we went to go into the ride. And
this was in the morning, 8:50 in the morning, not at night.
Yeah, not at night. Luckily, I didn't have to wait, that long. So, some people, though, if they you're only able to do the boarding group once per day. So if you showed up, and I think all the boarding groups filled up at like 8:30, 9 a.m., which is funny because the park is supposed to open at 9 a.m., and all the boarding groups were already gone. And if you had gotten in one of those late boarding groups, you would have gotten it at like 8:30, and you wouldn't have been able to do it until 8:30 p.m. Because of
now if you're not in a boarding group, are you not going to get on the ride?
Nope, you're not. You're just out of luck.
Oh my gosh!
And they have signs everywhere. They had them even at the other parks, or in front of the bus station to get over to the park, or in front of that. There's a new thing called the Skyliner, which is a gondola system, and they have them set up at every gondola system. All the boarding groups are filled. You're not going to be able to ride it today. Sorry. And that's
what if you went by yourself? You would just say, I'm a boarding group of one?
Yeah, and the boarding group is just it's basically like you're boarding an airplane. I'm part of this boarding group. It could be just one person, could be 5 people. Yeah, exactly. So you could do it solo, completely fine. But yeah, there's no line. There's still a line, I guess, because once your boarding group is called, you show up, they scan either your ticket or they verify that you're in that group, and then you go and get in the normal line. And even that process took like 40 minutes to get through the line to get onto the ride. It's a lot less than like a 5-hour wait or whatever.
Absolutely.
Because it was also super cool because after we got into the park at 6:50 or whatever, 2 hours and change before the park's supposed to even open, the park's open. And so we went and on some rides that normally have long waits, like Slinky Dog Dashes and Toy Story Land. That normally has like a 50-minute wait. You just go straight over there because the only people in the park are the other ones who are trying to get into Star Wars.
Well, how did you know it was going to open at 6:30?
Twitter. It's Twitter and a whole bunch of other people. And then they just did a blog post that said, we're no longer opening at 6:30. Because it wasn't official, and we showed up, and it was like, there's a chance that they're not going to open the park. There's a chance that there's like, our posted hours are at 9 a.m., and we're just going to wait here. There's a chance, because it's not official that they're going to open the park this early. So I was lucky that they did. So in the end, thumbs up. I don't want to spoil anything. They have probably the best ride experience, and also the line experience. The line experience it's almost its own ride, just going through the line to get to the ride. They do some really magical stuff on the line over there. And yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of like, I don't know, how many people listening have been to the Haunted Mansion, but part of that line, you get into that room that stretches out, and there's a show, a presentation while you're still in line. There's that sort of stuff. There's like 3 experiences like that in line while you're moving from one section to another. And it's great. Really, really, really cool. And then the actual ride itself is awesome. There's some really cool effects, and you're basically in this pod that's moving all around, and it's just impressive. It is just gosh darn impressive how large the ride is, how much is going on, how many effects are thrown at you. So anyway, all in all, absolutely worth it waking up at 5 a.m. I was blown away. I had high expectations, and they were still blown away, and had a really, really good time. And then other than that, I just had a great time at Disney World too. So yeah.
I absolutely love that place.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
It's just great.
Awesome. It's awesome. Well, with that, we want to jump into some gadgets?
Yeah, we'll jump into some. Yep. So we're going to start with a little guess the gadget, and here it is.
All right, we're going to do What the Heck Is It? Everybody can play.
except
food
Mo,
thing?
because he told me to buy it.
Looks like a strainer
Yes.
almost.
A flying saucer.
A flying saucer. Okay. Could be. Could be. All right, so
Steamer?
Mo told me about this. It is the gyroscopic bowl for toddlers.
What?
Okay? It is the gyro bowl rotation spill resistant
Huh?
bowl with lid toy tableware for kids and toddlers. Okay? Now, so it comes with a lock-on lid. Okay? So the lock-on lid. And the
Look at that
theory
thing.
is what you put in here, the kid can't spill because what if you do it upside down? No, it's supposed to keep it in even upside down. All right. We'll try it. So, just the cluster is one of my favorite things from Trader Joe's. And I used to be a huge fan of Just Bunches from Post. And then they discontinued it. And I moaned on Twitter. And someone said, just go to Trader Joe and get just the clusters. And I like them better. And they're half the price. Just the clusters are $2.99. I guess we should have brought the vacuum in. Okay, so the kid is eating the cereal. Oh,
It's good for seniors, too.
it's good for seniors. Yeah, Dennis said good for seniors. You know what? This seems.
That's pretty good.
You know what? This seems pretty decent. Now, it got pretty crappy reviews, and I'll tell you why. And I don't really want to have to clean everything up because people complained that their kids hold it like this. Okay. That the kids tend to pick it up like this, and of course it's going to go spilling everywhere. So it turned out not to be the miracle. I mean, if you just do this is pretty impressive, okay? Well, one bunch fell out, but you know what? I think that's pretty neat.
What about
Oh, well.
what about liquids?
Oh, no. I'm not going to try it. All right, so...
What about glitter?
Oh, you know what? This is a big bugaboo.
If it gets stuck a
said
bit.
If you get one speck of food that falls out of the yellow bowl, it jams in the side. And now we have just clusters all over me and the floor. And another... Well, let me just see how easy it is for this to come apart. I'm going to put them back in the bag because there's another problem with it. And they sort of hint at it in the... oh, you know, when you want to pour something out. Oh, you can pour it out. Okay. This is the part in the description that's kind of interesting. It says, oh, first of all, one lady complained, I kept sending it back and reordering it, and it never came with a spoon. Oh. Well, there's only one photo. Evidently, there is no spoon included. But one of the photos has a spoon. So that was deceptive. Note, well, you can take the camera away because the note says, the bowl might fall apart when you receive it. Okay? But don't worry. Our gyro bowl is detachable and can be reassembled in seconds. When the bowl falls on the ground and falls apart, or your baby breaks it apart, you can reassemble it in seconds. Okay? So let's try that part. You want to aim at the floor?
Okay.
Oh, destroyed.
Okay. Well, and let's go back to the desk. Dun-dun. So it does, if you do drop it, it does fall apart. Where does this go? Wait a second.
It was really a mystery at first.
Where the heck does this part go?
This part I can see goes in here. But the outer bowl, does it go up from under the bottom? We need a toddler to put this together.
It's like one of those like square peg round hole issues.
Yes, exactly. You can see instantly where the yellow part goes.
Yeah.
See, this has two little lips on it that has to... And then I see the track.
Oh, and then it holds it in. It holds
then the
yellow.
It rides the track.
I see.
Keep turning this.
It's nice that they invented. It's like
and then
supposed to be.
Yeah,
breakable.
Right. Well, you know, my guess is after they assembled it and started breaking, they figured, well, let's make that a feature.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's back together again. All right, so if you're really interested in this and you don't mind waiting 6 weeks, just go to Wish. It's $1. It's $1 on Wish and $4 to ship it, and it will be 6 weeks. I wanted to get it right away so I could do it kind of as a fun thing for the show. So I paid $8 on Amazon, and I got it in 2 days. And it comes in a lot of colors, but as you can see up here, 2.9 out of 5 stars, and that was from 192 people. I mean, it looks like, you know what? I think the thing is to just give it to a kid. And
or a cocktail party would be good.
Oh, a cocktail party is perfect. You know, wow. The next meetup, we'll use it at the meetup.
Yeah. On a boat.
That's very good.
You know,
on a boat. It's really a conversation piece. Oh yeah, passing nuts around at a cocktail party. Or passing things around to the nuts who come to your cocktail party. Anyway, right down the middle for me. I pushed down on the lid to lock it, and I actually deformed the lid. Anyway. So when you push down on the lid, it crunches. And maybe they made these odd shapes so you wouldn't know that everything else is odd shaped when you push down on it. That's it.
It's a Dr. Seuss bowl.
Baby gyro bowl, 360-degree rotation. Oh, you know, they missed the bet. It should have been baby bowl with gyroscopic technology.
Oh, right.
It doesn't work with the lid. Gyroscopic technology. It only spills some of your food. Okay. Bye.
It's interesting. At least it's inexpensive. But, I just feel like as an adult, it works fine because you know where to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. Where to hold it.
Yeah. Handing it off to a kid, it's like, well, good luck with that. There it is. Oh, is this one?
Oh, it went down or it went up in price?
There may be a different price depending.
There is. Okay.
Depending on what color you choose.
The color I bought happened to be the $7.99 color. Oh, and now you can buy 3 of them.
Yeah, look at that. 3-pack.
Oh,
for
the
$20.
price. $20 for 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think a toddler would just have fun turning that thing around.
Yeah. I could see that.
Put a little toy in there. Put a marble or something in there, and they could just play with that as a toy.
Yeah, I like it.
Anyway, cheap toy.
Cheap toy to maybe keep things from falling. Maybe. Okay, something else I bought that I like, and this is it. Perfect.
It's winter in New York, so it gets very dry in Disneyland. So I thought I would get a humidifier, and I bought the Teotronics Ultrasonic Cool Mist Humidifier. And this is it right here.
Ooh, it's big.
Really, I think it's a good-looking unit. It's plugged in. I'm going to turn on the power. Yeah. Oh, whoa! It takes more power than one would expect. But we're gearing up. It's working. It's working. Oh! I love that thing. Actually, I like this too. Okay, so this is the mist adjuster. Okay. You can dial what you want, and I actually have my little Therm Pro. And when I came in, it was like 24% humidity, and now it's 34. So it's working pretty well. There's a little blue arrow here. That turns red when this is empty, and the machine will shut off. Now, it's hard to see, but there is a night light down here. And I put a piece of white paper here because I put it on a black bench. Now, strangely, the company says, put it on a table 2 feet high. Do not put it on the floor. Someone said they put it on a rug and the rug would be wet, so I can understand that. I'm not quite sure why you can't put it on a hardwood floor, but they say a table 2 feet high. I have a bench like 1 foot high, so that's what I put it on. People complained about the lights, okay? I couldn't sleep with this night light, and on the side here, there is a tank light that's blue. And people said, I have to tape it over, you can't shut it off. Well, it turns out you can. And this is one of the few times I read the instruction book. It's kind of hard to see it. There's a button here. Actually, let me just turn on a little flashlight here. See, there's a little button here. So if you hit the button once real quick, it turns the night light on and off. And if you push the button in and hold it, I'm not going to bother turning around, it turns the blue light on and off. So it does have light control. And also, you're not supposed to lift it up when it's full and running, so we'll shut it off just to show you that it holds a lot of water. It holds 6 liters, which is roughly 1.5 gallons. So I'm going to pick it up and turn it upside down. And this here is the water fill. This whole cap opens up. So it's very easy. I just put it in the tub and fill it from the spout. And then just put it on back. There's a nice handle built into the back. Makes it convenient. And just locks on down and goes back on. They said they would splash water around if it was full. And indeed it does. And then all the way in the back there's a little filter where the air comes in, and they give you a spare filter. All right, let's check the price by going to the computer. Let's see. Well, first of all, okay, this price is ever changing. It's $69.99, and the day I bought it, it was $20 off. So I paid $50 roughly, $49.99. Now it's $69.99, but you get $10.50 off. So it's under $60. And it also comes, somewhere along here there's a picture of it. It also comes in white. And it did pretty good in the reviews. It got 4.6 stars out of 1,223 people. But it has an F rating because it said there aren't enough accurate reviews. I'm not quite sure what that means. But what can I say? I like it. So with all humidity, that's my review.
I like it. So the only thing I can think of as to why it wants it to be 2 feet off the ground is go
ahead.
A cool mist humidifier basically uses like a disc that vibrates so fast it like blows apart the water drops. So it's a ton of itty bitty water droplets, where a warm humidifier, a normal humidifier, is basically creating steam and putting it into the air. So a cool mist humidifier is actually it's basically just spraying a lot of teeny tiny droplets of water that will, it's like particulates, particles, that will evaporate into the air to humidify the air. And so if it's too close to the ground, you can kind of get a dampness around because the water doesn't have enough time to evaporate before it hits the ground. So that's the only
thing. Well, you're really smart.
Thank you. Yeah, because I reviewed a pocket humidifier at one point, and I was enamored by the cool mist. I was like, it's super quiet. It's not hot at all.
This is very
How's
cool.
it working? Yeah. And so I did a whole bunch of research on the cool mist technology. And I was even like trying to see if you could put it into costumes and stuff like that. I thought it was just the coolest stuff. So anyway, that's probably why.
Okay. And I think it's even cheaper because between the time we had to do this twice because I forgot what happened the first time. Oh, I know. I had it on a black stool and we shot the video and it almost looked like the humidifier was like 3 feet tall because it's black and the stool is black and you couldn't see the night light at all. So we slipped the white paper in there and did it a second time. In between that time, and I didn't notice it until I edited the video and I just saw it now. It looks like there's another $13 off.
Yeah, look at this. So not only that, there's a coupon.
Not only do you get.
Look at this coupon. Boop.
Yeah.
Now I can get it for $46.
Yeah, $46.99, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And now, I looked at Camelizer, and like, look at this. I've never seen this on a product.
Oh my! Yes, it was bizarre. And look at the last day when we were taping that. It was going. They got quick. They're doing a video. Change the price.
Yeah, look at that. I've never seen that on Camelizer that dramatically done.
I know. And actually, they don't even have the lowest price right now. It's $46, right?
Yeah. Well, right now it's $56.99 with a $10 coupon to get it to $46.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the lowest price, depending on if those other ones had coupons or not. But yeah, I think it's nice.
Yeah. I like do too.
And it plugs into the wall, right?
It what?
Plugs into the wall, right?
It's it's just a regular little AC. Yeah, you don't need you don't need that big generator that I use for.
Yeah, I love this. It's kind of weird, the price, but it has a huge reservoir. It'll create tons of humidity.
It does, and it runs a very long time. It runs on the highest level, it runs overnight, and I would say it runs almost 20 hours on full high, and on full low they said it runs 60 hours. So
amazing.
It's a nice, and it's 26 decibel when it's running. That's pretty quiet.
Perfect. There you go. If you need a humidifier, and if this isn't the one that you end up getting, Cool Mist humidifiers are pretty cool to look at. So, get another Cool Mist humidifier. I have heard I've read some people criticizing that they don't put as much humidity into the air as the warm ones, but I think they both work. So it's like one has the cool advantage that it's super quiet and it, is cold also. If you brush up against it, you're not gonna be like, hot. So I think it's
although you can't do wieners on the cool one.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I don't know if you can put like, Vicks vapor stuff into them.
The instructions say do not use this to put any sort of oil smellants in it. Yeah,
exactly.
No oil.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, now our next gadget. They sent me this gadget. Okay, it's a stop motion camera. A Fidutis. And I figure, I don't have anything like a plant that I can watch grow. So the guy said, we have a bunch of videos. So he sent me 2 videos. They're both kind of, one is very interesting because it is a 2-week project that they boil down to 50 seconds.
So this it's automatic time lapse?
You know what? They said they sent. Oh, it is automatic. Yes, okay. You go into the app and you set how many frames or whatever you want and how often you want it done. And it's kind of interesting. It has a feature that they call image alignment. So if for some reason you take the camera out to replace the batteries, or for some reason you want to take the camera home, look at the SD card or something, image alignment lets you make sure you put the camera back exactly where it was before.
That is cool.
So that is really neat.
Love that.
Yeah, and you can go out there. The other thing that I couldn't believe is because normally you see them shooting building. You know, if you go to their website, which is on I'll put the link there, you can watch them destroy a building or tear down a house in seconds. But then this video shows the close-up lens, and this I found amazing, and this has narration on it. So watch this.
Josh here with one of our favorite features of the Affitis ATL 200 camera.
Affitis it is.
The extreme macro capabilities combined with the optical zoom lens give you a ton of creative flexibility. Let's check it out. I'm going to rotate the device. You can pinch zoom to verify focus. You've got autofocus and manual focus options. Let's go even more extreme. Grab the zoom slider and I'm going to zoom all the way in. The camera is a little over an inch away from the dollar bill, which is the point where autofocusing still functions. The camera will focus closer, but at that point it's going to be a manual focus operation. Takes a little bit, but the results are so worth it. Check out that detail.
Interesting.
Amazing. If I take this quarter, it's the opposite direction, and toss it on George Washington's head here, I can do a couple taps of the manual focus and get this area in sharp here. So you've got some very shallow depth of field at this magnification.
Perfect for counterfeiters.
George's face and eyes a little soft, but the quarter here is sharp and you can see all of the details. Research applications, very fine detailed work, a lot of creative aspects here. We love this optical zoom and the macro focus capabilities. Thanks for watching this overview. Check out the rest of our site for more tutorials and camera information.
I'm so surprised that there is an optical zoom.
Yes, it is a, let me just look at, it's a 16 to 35 millimeter DSLR equivalent.
I would have assumed that it was set it and that's what you get.
Yeah, you know, and at first I was thinking, why would they do closer? And then I realized they do things like a flower blooming.
Yeah.
So you want to have a micro focus. So the other features are water resistant the way it is. You don't have to put it in a case because the case is water resistant. Your viewfinder is, of course, your phone because it's Wi-Fi. Motion detection. Not quite sure why you need that. It shoots in MP4 file format. And as he said, macro focus works up to 1 inch from the lens and runs 1 month on 4 AA batteries.
So I thought about getting a time-lapse camera when there was some construction going on near me. I just thought, oh, it'd be so fun to shoot it, like shoot the construction and see what goes on. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, there has to be a software that I can throw an old laptop, an old USB camera on there, and just have it go. That's what I was thinking. I could not find a solution. I wanted, to take, also, I found a whole bunch of solutions, but what it would do was it would go continuously. There was no way to like monitor it, and it would take all these photos I didn't want. So it would take a whole bunch of photos during the nighttime, and then it would stitch it all together, and the only option is to go in there and manually edit out every night. And I'm just like, this is too much. I just wanted a kind of a smarter camera to only take photos during the day, during this time to this time, and then kind of stitch it all together. I haven't played around with the app, but it looks like this would have been the solution that I would have wanted. The only issue I see is the price. It's pricey. It's a camera. You're buying an actual camera. Right now it's $50 off. It's $400.
Now at the NAB, it did win a Product of the Year award, and also was a Best in Show pick. And it is a Sony
sensor,
HDR sensor, you know, high dynamic range. But I mean, if you are a professional, which lets us out, $400 is probably not a lot of money for doing a job that you want to make sure you know everything that happened.
Right. Exactly.
And also, time lapse.
So is this more for security, do you think, or is it for like production stuff, or both? You know. You
know, I think it's for both. Actually, I think it's just for people like that art installation. That's a fun video to have on display inside the place where the art is displayed on the outside. Yeah. Is to say, it took us 2 weeks to put it up, but take a look at how we did it in 1 minute with the camera. Right. I'm sure people, you know, like people who build airplanes probably like to have it so they could go back and look to see, oh, wait, what did he just do?
Where did that bolt come from? I don't know. I have this extra.
Exactly.
The chat room is saying, you know, what about Wise camera? And I'm, you know,
oh, you know, I don't know. I have no idea.
Wise camera, and I know they do have a time lapse feature, but
Santa J says, "What about the Giz Wiz show in time lapse?" It is in time lapse.
I think the issue with the Wise I don't know. I guess I haven't really used it a ton to fully know. Because I know that Wise does do time lapse.
Oh,
so
could be.
No, I'm so curious to like get in there and play with the app and stuff. Because if you could blacklist times that it takes the photo, like my gosh,
yeah,
I would love that. Interesting. Very cool.
Well, if you get one, then you could tell your neighbors, could you put up a building here? Of course, exactly. I just bought a camera, and I really need something to film.
Yeah. And I think this is, like, some people in the chat room are showing, like, wildlife time-lapse, you know, things and stuff like that. And they're waterproof, and they do motion detection and all that sort of stuff. I think that what you're getting with this camera is the lens. The lens is really nice, that it can zoom in and manually focus, and you get all of that control in the camera. So I don't feel like they're quite the same as the Wise camera or the, or like wildlife cameras, that sort of thing. So anyway, this is very cool. Very cool.
This is professional, folks. Exactly. A word we rarely use on this show.
Exactly.
All right. So with that, it means it's time for...
But you might want it at Chad's Preppy Corner.
Oh my gosh.
Okie dokie. We're talking about things that are going to make you warm this month. So I have this gadget. It's a car seat cushion heater. So I recorded a video about it. So let's jump in and check out the video. So here we are with another gadget to keep you warm. Today, we're taking a look at this, the auto seat cushion, which has a built-in heater. So if your car is not lucky enough to have a seat warmer, this can be used as a replacement so that you can keep your seat warm or make it warm quickly whenever you get into the car after it's been sitting in the cold for a long time. So this is the box. We're gonna go ahead and open this up and place it into this car here for us to use. So inside the box, there is just the seat with a power cable that will plug into the 12-volt plug cigarette lighter in the car. Let's go ahead and put this on. So it has some elastic straps that you put over the headrest for the portion of it that would fit your back. So that just slides down the chair there. And then on either side, you also have some like elastic straps here that I guess you would put around the the seat buckle loop would be my guess. So you just kind of make sure that it's close enough for. There's nothing that really keeps this portion up, so I guess I'll just shove it underneath the headrest here. Okie dokie, it's in place. It's kind of a little bit, moves around a little bit, but there you go. This fell out. Yeah, that doesn't really have a good way to stay up, so that's just gonna kind of flop there, I guess. Now let's go ahead and plug it into the car. Okay, so it has a low, off, and high.
Or off is in the middle.
There's no way to tell if it's actually on. There's no like light to see if it's actually warming up. So we'll leave it on high, and then I'll come back in a few moments when I feel like it's actually getting warm. Okay, so it's been a bit, and yes, it's getting warm. I have it on the high setting right now, and so it's working. I would say that it took about 2 minutes for it to finally feel like there was something going on, that it was actually hot, but it is. I would think that the biggest disadvantage is that you have this, you know, cable sort of everywhere, and that it looks cheap. I mean, it's not a very nice sort of thing that would easily fit into a car and make it not look trashy. It looks a little bit trashy. It only cost me $12 though, like
oh my gosh,
$13. This is at Kohl's. So the price point is really not that bad if you're someone who has to deal with a cold car seat often. Now, whether or not this would stay on if you like went in to go get, you know, some chips, it came back to a cold car, that depends on your car, whether or not the cigarette lighter would stay powered while the car is turned off or not. I could see this eating through a ton of power if you accidentally left it on. And there are no instructions. So I'm not sure if this has an auto off or not. Yeah, I just checked. It doesn't seem like there is any auto off feature included. So you'd have to manually switch this to the off position. It is weird that off is in the middle, low is at the very bottom. I just kind of hate those sort of setups where you have low at the bottom and high at the top. So
and off in the middle.
All in all, it's working. Not the best looking device, but it is inexpensive if you would like to add a heater to your already installed seat.
There you go. So, like I said, 12 bucks. You can get it at Kohl's. You can get it in person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get it there. I think my biggest issue with it is there's just not enough straps to keep it on your seat. And it does not look like this, does not look like the photo. You know,
no.
It's not perfectly formed to a seat pattern. Is really my biggest issue with it. But other than that, it works. It was warm. So, you know, other than that, it
well, you know, I do think it features dead battery technology.
Exactly.
It
Kill
shuts
your battery
itself
technology.
Off. It shuts itself off when the car battery goes dead.
Right. And the only indicator that this is on the actual plug, but that's that's not even an indicator that it's on. It's that it's plugged in and the fuse hasn't gone out. So the light doesn't turn off if you switch this to off.
Oh, to off. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's another big issue, is that there's no indicator that it's been left on. There's no indicator that it's on currently, and then there's no auto off. But 12 bucks, heat your seat. Maybe it looks a little, maybe if you already had a seat cover and you could slip this underneath.
Oh, there you go.
That would be pretty nice.
Now, does your Tesla have heated seats?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, I figured as much.
Yeah. That's because I got the premium upgrades package. So if you might have a Tesla that doesn't have heated seats.
Oh, okay.
My Tesla even has heated seats in the back of the car. So if you're in the back, you can have heated seats.
But is the trunk heated?
No, unfortunately.
No. Yeah, you don't have the super deluxe Tesla.
No, not yet. Not yet. I don't have heated windshields either, or not windshields, mirrors. Heated mirrors are a thing on like Mini Coopers and stuff like that.
Oh, just put this thing on the front of your car.
There you go. There you go.
And you'll have a
That's
heated
it.
windshield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be tough driving, but
whatever. Yeah, at least I have a heated windshield, you know.
yeah.
Reviews are okay. They're 3.8 stars, 45 reviews.
Oh. Okay.
And then the seat material itself is kind of just the basic sort of foam with cloth on top. So it wouldn't be cold. Like one issue with leather seats is the moment you sit on it, you're like, oh, it's really cold. You know, so it is more carpet material so that if you're in a cold car, then it won't be shocking to sit on it, which is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. You know, this if this could plug into the wall, this would be a great pet heater. You know, just like keep it there. That'd be nice. I like that. That was what Ranger Rick said. Pets will be happy. So there you go. Heated seat cushion for Chad's crappy corner. Moving on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn. All right, Gregory, a fan of the show, has sent us 2 one-minute videos, and they're old products with a difference.
Ooh.
The difference is Gregory invented them.
What? Oh my.
Okay, yes. So let's start with video number 1, and then I'll read some answers to some questions I asked him.
Okay.
Hey, Dick and Chad. This is a product that I invented in 1987. It's called the Nanny, and the purpose of this was you would attach one unit to yourself, and you'd attach the other unit to your child. And if your child exceeded 300 feet, it would start to beep. So it worked very well and was very successful in the marketplace. Later on, they found a second use for it, and that was to attach a unit to somebody who might have had dementia or Alzheimer's, and if they exceeded 300 feet from where they should have been, it would send a signal off to the individual who was caring for them, letting them know that they had exceeded the area that they should have been in.
That's amazing.
So anyways, this is the Nanny. It's still in the box, so I didn't want to take it out because it's in pristine condition. I will have another product for you very soon. Thanks.
Amazing. That's awesome. That's
Okay, so I asked
cool.
him, I said, do you mind telling us how much it cost to bring the product to market? And he said it was about $5,000 to $7,000 to develop the prototype. Then there's packaging, design, inventory, marketing, trade shows, advertising, and trade magazines. But he develops the idea and then hands it off to a company who actually finds people to build it. And I said, is it radio frequency? And Gregory said, I think it's radio frequency. I could be wrong. I'm simply the person that comes up with the product idea, and then I hand it off to a product development team, and they make it work, or see if they can make it work.
So he came up with the idea and found engineers to kind of make it, and then found another company to manufacture it.
This, and this. Probably made maybe made a working, or probably made a non-working prototype if he didn't know what technology made it work. And then he invented something else in 2003, and this is it.
Okay.
Hey, Dick and Chad. Here's an ad in a trade publication for another product that I invented in 1987 called the Wizard. And here is the package that the Wizard came in. And here's the actual Wizard itself. It was designed to actually replace dice. So what you would do is, there's a small little sensor in the middle of that unit. You would wave your hand over the sensor, and those LEDs would start to spin. They'd come to a halt, and let's say you were playing Monopoly. That would be the number of moves that you would make. It was a great little item, did well during Christmas, kind of had one season, and then it was defunct. So I would demonstrate it, except it just doesn't do that anymore. Again, it was made in 1987. Hope you like it, and should have 1 or 2 more videos for you on items that I invented.
That is awesome. I love that. I thought it was going to be a Domino's replacement for a moment because it looks like almost like.
Oh,
Domino's.
it does. On the box, it does look like Domino's. On the actual device, it looks like dice.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then he said again, it was $5,000 to $7,000. The engineers that developed the technology to work were in China, where development cost is 4 to 5 times cheaper than having it done domestically.
Yeah.
So, Gregory, I think you're the first person to show a gadget that they invented or made happen.
Yeah.
And if you live in the United States, I think you do. You'll get the current issue of Mad Magazine and one of those now 40-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures. And so we still need, I'm not even sure if we have more videos. So get us a video. 1 to 3 minutes, anything to do with a gadget. This is great because he helped bring it to life. But a gadget you love, a gadget you hate, a gadget that's down the cellar because you can't throw it out. Put it on YouTube. Go through the 19 pages now. That new interface is ridiculous. But somewhere you'll find unlisted. Check that. And then only the people with the URL will be able to watch that video and send us that URL. And don't let me discourage you, because all you do is just at the bottom of the page, just keep hitting skip, 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 skip. And you can upload your video easily. And send the link to mail@gizwiz.tv. Mail@gizwiz.tv.
With that, let's move on to the letter. Now, the name of this product is very funny, and you'll hear it in the video. But I just wanted, before we get to that, is the product has the word, I think it might be the engraving Pecker, something like that. And what is funny about it is this morning from Lyft, I got this email. We noticed the name on your Lyft account does not align with our community guidelines. Be respectful. Create a comfortable ride for us all. Update your display name by December 21st. Dang it, Dick. What?
Yeah. And of course, my display name is Dick D. Bartolo.
Yeah, of
I mean, that the most.
Don't they? Did no one? You think that's a popular name? That's not like a.
Yeah. You know what? I believe, if I recall right, the first 2 weeks that ABC went to a new phone system, a new email system, that they were not getting my emails. And just for laughs, I resent them as Richard D. Bartolo, and they went through.
Oh, no.
So I said, guys, you better get to whoever set up that email system, that there are a lot of people named Dick in the world, including me. So you better not make that a forbidden word.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
It's very funny. So our email is from our most faithful fan, Mo. And he said, I need this. You guys could use this to leave the Giz Wiz logo on anything. And here's the gadget.
This is so cool.
Yes, it's the Laser Pecker.
This is Laser Pecker, the world's smallest smart portable laser engraver. Start from scratch. Automatic lifting and focusing. It can determine the height of the object accurately and engrave precisely. Laser Pecker can copy your sketch to make it work on your desktop. Choose a favorite photo and connect to your smartphone or tablet and start engraving immediately. There are no restrictions on Laser Pecker. Record your ideas at any time, anywhere.
Wait, huh? There are no restrictions, like laws? Is that what they're still talking about? Okay. Oh, somehow I broke the player.
Pattern and style. Exclusive foldable protective cover. Provides better protection and using experience. You can also use it to cut out the model from cardboard or blanket.
Someone needs to find this on Alibaba because I swear that I'm getting the Alibaba vibe. First, the voiceover guy. I've hired these voiceover types before, and they always sound like this. So this sounds like a Chinese company that has purchased a voiceover guy and also purchased a company to make the video, and then that little bit of bad grammar right there.
You can also use it to cut out the model from cardboard or blanket. With Laser Pecker, provides better protection and using experience.
Oh, interesting.
And then they say it exactly how you type it. So anyway, I mean, it still could be a good, fine product, but interesting. How much does one of these cost, though?
I think it was. I think it was. $200. Oh my God! Are they $300?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God!
They cost a lot if you want the stand. You want? I don't. I want a tiny little tripod to put your laser that burns stuff in there.
Well, no, that's the whole thing for $289, right? The thing at the stand.
But that's the tripod.
A lot of money.
I don't think you get the fancy stand. I think you just
get
the
fancy stand is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's $419 with the fancy stand.
Yeah, there's another fancy stand here for $389. I don't know what you get in this one. Oh, you get the protective thing. You laser
I like
your eyes out on the cheaper one.
Yeah. Has anybody found it for $100 on Alibaba?
There's this.
Oh, someone has.
It's similar. It's not the same. So it looks a lot more like a 3D printer.
Yeah, it does.
But it is a laser engraver the same way. Huh. Interesting. I want a US plug.
But it doesn't have Pecker technology.
It does not have Pecker technology.
It's no Pecker technology.
No, it's not the Laser Pecker Pro. Interesting. It definitely looks different than the. See, here's the cheap version of it.
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
Pecker is compact and portable. It can be lifted, folded, and stored fast. You can take it anywhere. It's easy to get Laser Pecker.
Engrave on the train.
Laser engraving is as simple as having.
Did they just laser? Oh,
realize all your imaginations with Laser Pecker.
Realize all of your imaginations.
There you go. That's very good.
all your imaginations with Laser Pecker.
Aye, it's cool.
It is cool, but we ain't buying one.
Nah. It looks like there's another. Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar?
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. There it is. You want the red version?
Oh, looks and like there's the stand.
There's the stand. Oh, it's different. It's a different stand. Okay. Let's,
Oh, yeah.
It's the. Oh, what size would you? I'd like the US size, please. Thank you. So the stand is 104. The actual laser.
The stand is $104.
Apparently, look at that, $104.
What?
What if I get the EU size? No, it's still 104. Each of these costs
oh my gosh, this is not a bargain.
Look at that. It does have Pecker though. That's what we really need.
Yeah.
That's got to be in our title this episode. Somehow.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get an email from iTunes. I'm sorry, but your display name.
Yes, exactly. and Lyft, too, we'll say.
And Lyft.
We heard that the guy with that terrible name is also using Pecker on television.
Bleak may have found another. Yeah, here's another. I'm telling you, this is the thing to do. We need to create a business. Get some people all together, and we just start.
The thing is, these are expensive to begin with.
Yeah.
We need one of those things that costs $3 that we can sell for $30.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, look at the thing on his phone. It's the Pecker logo.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's the Pecker logo.
Oh my gosh.
Laser Pecker. It is the laser.
Oh, it is
Pecker.
what? How did we not Google this and find it? There we go.
Oh my gosh.
That looks terrifying.
and
I
free
don't
shipping
want
to the
people
US.
owning a free floating laser that can engrave stuff. So this says, look at this. This is a milliwatt. So that's a 1.6 watt, something like that. This one over here, the one that I first showed, this one's 3,000 milliwatts. So it's double the power.
On
so
if
you're gonna get a laser machine, get this $100 one that has double the laser power.
Yeah.
What to do? What to do about this is the new trend, and it's the thing is I don't know how critical to be of it, because in the end it's a product. It does a thing. It looks like it does the thing well. Who am I to?
Ranger Rick said something funny. Ranger Rick said, "This is going to burn a hole in my wallet."
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
if
think
you buy
it's going to be
the powerful
informed.
model, maybe.
Yeah. It's dishonest. It is dishonest. It says Bleak says it's a dishonest product. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Well, good letter.
Anyway,
Thank you, Mo. Mo is always.
You got us all thinking.
Yep.
You got us thinking.
Yep. Very good. With that, hey, we have a few chores for you guys because we have
we do.
New Year's Eve celebration coming up that me and Dick always record a little bit on New Year's Eve. He brings in the new year in New York. I bring in the new year over here in Dallas, and we have a great time. But we would love to see and hear from you guys. So just record a quick video mentioning, hey, it's the new year, what you like about the show, what you hate about the show, all those sorts of things, and send them over to our email address, mail@gizwiz.tv, and we will show them during our live stream. That will not be a published episode on the website or anything like that. It won't go to the podcast feed, but if you join us on New Year's Eve, you'll see it there. So please send over your videos on top of
and
that.
they can be quickie. They can be, a 15-second thing, Happy New Year to the chat, whatever.
Exactly.
So it doesn't have to be a big deal.
Right.
But it'd be love to be part of it. You could be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there was one other thing. I'm going to be sending out the best and worst gadget questionnaire to I'll put it on the Patreon page, but I'm going to make it open to anybody. So you don't have to be a patron to vote on that, but I'll put out a list of a whole bunch of gadgets that are the best and that are the worst for you guys to vote on. But if you feel like there was a gadget from this past year, and please try to see if it is from this past year, you can just search through either Dick's website or the gizwiz.tv. If you know that it's from this last year, record a video of it. It could be a gadget you hate, a gadget that you love, but let us know your opinion of it, and we may include that video, we'll probably include that video, in our best and worst of gadgets. And if we get a video of a gadget, it's basically guaranteed that we would cover that gadget in that episode if you guys sent in a video. So please record a video about your best or worst gadgets of the last year. Once again, email it to the show, mail@gizwiz.tv.
And that is for January 2nd. We're doing 2 shows on January 2nd. We're doing a best of show and a worst of show. And we're doing the extra show on January 2nd because the following week, we are all in Vegas, baby.
That's right, gambling away y'all's Patreon money. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. No, CES. CES is what's going on. CES.
Yeah.
So we'll be in Vegas during CES for that second show. So please send in your ideas. We'd love it. Big thank you to our patrons. I was kidding about gambling away y'all Patreon money. So don't take me seriously. Patreon.com/GizWiz. That's where you can support the show. Big thank you to all of our current patrons. You guys are incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for supporting the show. You guys support us every single episode. So every time we upload a show, you guys support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And seriously, this small. See this $1 per episode? It would be incredible if you could select that amount. If you enjoy the show, please give back just a little bit. If you've gotten anything from the show, it would be amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for those of you who have in the past, who are currently supporting, and who will support in the future. Our hearts go out to you. Thank you so much.
240 shows have been possible because of our Patreons.
Wow. Wow, that is a lot of shows.
That's a lot of shows. That's a lot of shows.
We're coming up on like 5 years of being.
Yeah. And Giz Wiz itself started in February 2006. So we're coming up to year 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
amazing.
Moly.
Amazing.
That's like scary. I don't want to think about that. That's amazing. Hey, if you want to catch the show live, please do so. We're live just about every Thursday. We'll be live for the next few Thursdays, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. You can head on over to gizwiz.tv to check out the show live. If we are live, we'll just be taking over the home page here. So just loading up gizwiz.tv will do the trick. Then you can watch along with the show. You can also join the chat room down here and have a great time. If you don't catch the show live, don't worry. We have all of them recorded and posted on our website or on our RSS feed for iTunes or on YouTube as well. So there's plenty of ways to subscribe to the show if you plan on catching every episode in the future. Head on over to gizwiz.biz, that's Dickie D's website, where he covers every single gadget that we talk about on this show in fantastically written articles. And you can play What the Heck Is It while you're there. This is the game show online where you're trying to guess what this gadget is. You don't get to know the name, but you get to see it. This is the whole gadget, not just a piece or a part of it. This is everything. So you have to guess what this gadget is. And this is obvious to me that this is a pair of braces for a hippo. They sold these as a novelty gift at the zoo. But if you would, if you think that you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz.
And you're winning issue 11.
Here it is. Here it is. The 20 dumbest people, events, and things of 2019. I think I know what number 1 is.
Not us. I saw the issue.
Oh. What? It wasn't the fact that they canceled Mad Magazine?
No, actually, that's number 20.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, at least it made the list.
Yes, it's in there, and I wrote that.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Well,
I wrote it the way I wanted to write it. The way it appears in print is considerably different.
And then after it went through censor.
But at least I'm in the issue. And so Mad was going to do all reprints. And it turned out that the Mad 20 was the most popular thing of the year. So 20 pages of that particular Mad, the next issue, actually the issue that just came out, are new. Nice. So about 40% of the magazine is brand new. And that's the issue you'll be playing for.
That's it. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, but 12, double the Mad magazines. Why? For incorrect answers? Because we want you to be funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting with your answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. That about wraps it up for our show. We have a whole bunch of homework for you. Video for the Gadget Warehouse, videos for the New Year's, and videos of any gadget that you have loved or hated throughout all of 2019. And we'll be seeing you on New Year's Eve here on the channel as well. We still have one more episode of 2019, so you're not done with us this year. Until next time, see you then.
I'll be here.